Hey everyone, this is my Patreon proud reaction to the 19th episode of Macross Delta. And last episode, stuff happened. Some of it I understood, some of it I didn't. We actually had, Freya meet up with a Windermerian soldier guy, one that's kind of not super on board with what's going on right now. He kind of just like walked away in that one scene, so they had a nice chat with each other that Hayate kind of joined in as well. But, despite that, we're still on opposite sides. That hasn't really changed. But still pretty good, nonetheless, really allows Hayate, at the very least, to see a bit of a human side of the anime. Although Hayate, he's never really been that war hungry anyway. He never liked being in the war to begin with, so it's not like he needed that sort of thing, but still nice to have nonetheless. And Freya just got to have a chat with a fellow person of her planet, right? So it was just an overall nice little scene there, for sure. And then we had, the runes, the singing, the power explosions and stuff, and tackling, and it was very eventful, I'm not trying to overall describe what had happened, but it was very eventful, that's for sure. So, yeah, let's just get into it. So, 3, 2, 1, play. She does have a wonderful voice, that much I do know for sure. And yeah, crash. So that's what the okay. Damn. I guess that's a good overview of it. Happy citizens, always good to see. Okay. Good question. Both of them? Yeah, there was some of that going on before she got tackled. Man, her hair is so freaking long. I know I've said that before, but... I would get so claustrophobic in something like that. Yes. I was wondering who those footsteps belonged to. Depends who's asking. What an excuse. You're just lost. None of your business. You're acting pretty suspicious. Yeah, it's... I think we know him. I thought I recognized that voice. So yeah, Hayate and Mikumo is both unconscious. It's not good. They're both pretty important characters. And of course, Mirage and Freya are going to be worried about Hayate, well, and Mikumo, so... Kuma. Yeah, I saw some people doing the V sign earlier. Back into it. Thousands, wow. Yeah, I noticed that. That's why I just don't really trust you. Asking the important questions. So not a lot of loyalty with this one. Just business is business. Jumping. Yeah, I'm not a big fan either. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Until it wasn't. That was better than what we have, I guess. I mean, it kind of was in Senki's Let's Show Sympho Gear. Meanwhile. What did you ask? They did that. A lot of things are happening. That sounds unpleasant. I mean, they have Mikumo, who seems pretty special in that regard. And Freya's pretty special too. Me. Oh, and okay. Getting a history lesson here. Huge ship. Like, yeah, reverse engineer it and stuff. That's what I figure. Should I be taking notes? Singing, saving the day. Please remind me of Sympho Gear. Yak, what? What? Mean. What are these names? Sure, yeah, I do. Good question. What if singing is literally magical? AI-driven virtual idol, huh? Macross 7. Is that another Macross anime? Sound Force. This is a lot to remember. uh, looks pretty cool. Oh, this music. Oh, this music. Macross Frontier, yeah. Lion, I think the music is. Heard the song so many times, like karaoke streams on YouTube. But yeah, probably stuff I'd be familiar with if I watched the other Macross shows, which I haven't. Music is distracting me so much. Yeah. Well, I guess it's not that mind-blowing. It's called Need to Know Basis. Well, good. Right, fold receptors, fold bacteria. I'm trying to understand as much of this as I can. I'm doing my best. Yeah, this is the year we ever saw this before, the auditioning back in the day. Vital signals. Right, gotcha. That makes sense. Right. Runes are touching. Well, that's your opinion. That'd be something, wouldn't it? They're naked. I knew it. Music is meant to manipulate your mind. I mean, yeah. You can definitely influence hearts with music. I mean, that's true. It was pretty impressive. Yeah, she is certainly an interesting one. Right, right. This has been one big info dump episode. Everyone's just touch. Because I'm pretty sure that's how you get pregnant. Oh, that's why she took issue with it. Okay. I was wondering what she was thinking. She didn't look very happy. So yeah, I guess she would be against that idea. I mean, clearly your enemy's been using singing as a weapon. Don't you dare touch her receptors. Well, who's right? Uh, Yeah, there's not a lot we can do legally. Well, I mean, we can at least do that much. Well, he just walks in, dumps all that on us, and then just leaves. What are we talking about? Is he... What happened? You didn't tell us much. How you doing? Feeling like becoming conscious? Anytime soon? Maybe you could wake him up with a kiss. I've seen that work in fiction a few times. You try it on Mikumo too. He needs his rest. Gonna hold that hand. No, almost. There you go. We wanted to talk. Oh wow, he actually woke up. Well, damn. Maybe we just. I mean, we skipped right past kissing and went straight to hand holding and got the job done. Just got mom zoned. What about Mikumo? How is she doing? Yeah, keep focusing on that. Episode is still going. The pod tube, whatever that's called. What were they called? The Zerberans? Zerberans? Yeah, these are visuals we saw in the episode. Not over the background music, no. Yeah, I remember that visual. That was pretty cool. That's pretty good visual too. Impulse experiment. Okay. That was the 19th episode of Macross Delta. really not sure what to say in regards to it. It was a very info dump heavy episode that also, I'm pretty sure, referenced previous Macross anime that I have not seen. So they probably, assume you have seen them watching this, right? So for someone who is more familiar with those things, there was probably less to take in this episode, but there was a lot. We talked about history in 1999, a ship arriving, reverse engineering it to get them all ready for space and whatnot. Enemies attacking us, dealing with it with the power of music, and all this is being told to us by this, this sketchy guy that's been working with the Windermeerans, so we don't really trust him all that much, but he's a businessman. He doesn't care about sides or loyalty, just making a profit wherever he can, right? And he's just over here pretty much conveying to us his theory about music and just how special it is. but kind of talking about it mostly in the form of a weapon, talking about its origin and how and why it was developed and manipulating people's minds and whatnot, and essentially calling it a weapon, which Freya was not too happy about because she, doesn't want to see it like that. But I mean, that's Windermere's kind of been doing that, right? The song, the Wind song, the runes, and all that. Spreading the Var syndrome they did that with the song, right? So the singing has been used as a weapon, like that's just been a thing in the show, right? And we use singing to counteract that, but you can still think of it as a weapon in a sense because we're using it in a war scenario against, an enemy. So, like, he's not really wrong exactly calling it a weapon, but I understand why that would bother Freya. But yeah, there's just so much to take in. I think I remember almost 20% of it, but yeah, and Mikomo, we got into Mikomo. I mean, we already saw visuals of her being in some kind of lab experiment kind of thing, already heavily implying that there was some kind of human experimentation going on with her. And we got a bit more information on that with him, implying that she is kind of developed for this purpose, special singing weapon android kind of thing, right? That's a pretty big reveal. But and Hayate and Mikomo are both unconscious, but Mikomo did wake up by the end of it, which is pretty nice. We had a nice little scene between Hayate and Mirage there, for sure. They were also talking about different types of singing between like what they do and the runes and the receptors and the folds and there was so much to take in. I did my best to follow it, but I think I got most of the important bits, I hope, but yeah, probably gonna rewatch the episode later to make sure about that. I kind of lost focus at certain times, but I did my best. That's all anyone can ask of me, right? But I mean, that pretty much was the episode. Like, nothing really new happened aside from them learning about this guy and cutting out business relations with him and Hayato waking up. I mean, everything else was just kind of the info, a little bit of talking here and there. Nothing really happened in the episode. So, which kind of makes sense, because last episode was more of the action-focused episode. This is a bit of a cooldown from that. So, I'm sure we'll do things next episode, probably. But yeah, when the one Macross Frontier music started playing, yeah, that sounded extremely familiar to me. Heard it so many times, considering I've never seen the anime. But this is a good song. It is a really good song. So that's all I got to say on this episode, really. So I'll end it off here. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki and Ryan for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.